And tip number 3 in this series about building confidence: be kind, and be kind consistently. Why do I say this? Because when we are kind, it means that we respect our fellow man, we respect our neighbor, we respect our proverbial brother or sister. And when we respect others, we can respect ourselves. If we don't respect others, somehow, in some kind of insidious way, we start undermining our confidence, because when we look in the mirror, we know that we're looking at somebody who is not a very nice person. And even when somebody is not a nice person, a lot of times they or we may work very hard to make other people think that we're nice, even though we know that we're not nice. Because being nice, when people consider us to be kind, and not just nice, but kind, people of goodwill, it makes us feel good about ourselves. We live in a world where kindness tends to be treated with contempt. But please keep in mind that being kind doesn't mean that somebody is blind or weak or stupid. Many people connect kindness with stupidity. But no, kindness is one of the highest forms of intelligence. We live in a world where people believe that being mean or being cruel means having the upper hand. But no, when we are unkind to others, in a sense, we're unkind to ourselves. And then we start undercutting ourselves. We look in the mirror, and you always have to come back to, who do you see when you look in the mirror? So when we're unkind to other people and we look in the mirror, we're like, okay, I don't like that person. I don't like that person that's looking back at me, right? So confidence is all about loving ourselves, celebrating who we are, right? And being kind can help us with that. And I would like to draw your attention to a word in Chinese which means kindness. It's pronounced en, and the upper portion means reason and the lower portion means heart. And when you combine these two elements, what it's saying is that the reason why we as people who belong to the human race, the reason why God gave us a heart, the reason why we have a heart is to be kind to ourselves and to be kind to others. And those others could be other people, and it could also be God. Like yes, we can be kind to God just by loving God, just by making sure that we obey Him. We are being kind to God. And we can be kind to others by, you know, respecting the dignity of the people around us, respecting the other person's dignity, respecting showing them goodwill, being kind even when we could crush. You know, those are the things that will help us to look in the mirror and feel good about the person who's looking back, right? So, tip number 3: be kind consistently. If you do this every day, just make it a habit. If you are used to being unkind, this could explain why you may feel discontented. But if you start making those changes, even if it's incremental, because it may not come naturally at first, but we can develop deep grooves, deep neural pathways in our mind. The more that we establish particular habits, they develop certain mental grooves in our thought processes that make it easier and easier for us to transition from one place to another mentally and behaviorally. And I believe it takes 21 days to form a habit, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I read that at some point. So if you do this consistently, day in, day out for 21 days, just stick with it for 21 days. After that, it should be plain sailing. It's like the the plane has to develop some momentum to go down the runway and then take off. Once you take off, you're off, right? You're flying through the air. It's like plain sailing after that. So I would recommend take it one day at a time. Don't think, oh my gosh, 21 days. No, just take it one day at a time. When you wake up in the morning, you say, okay, today I'm going to be kind. If you feel that you're going to tell somebody something unkind, bite your lip if you have to. Clap your hand over your mouth. Say something nice instead. Just do that for 21 days, one day at a time, and then take off and sail plainly after that. So, is this a piece of advice that you think you can apply? Please let me know in the comments. If you think that somebody that you know needs to hear this video, please share it with them. Thank you so much for listening. Until the next time.